hierarchy of the New Patriotic Party has been cautioned to endeavor to adopt an effective communication strategy in issuing statements and or responding to other party members' statements ahead of the presidential race later this year. Defeated Vice Chair candidates in the party's just ended conference in Tamale, Fred Amankwa, is predicting turbulence in the party as presidential candidates declare their intentions in a press statement. And Fred is here with me, so we'll talk about this matter over the next few minutes. Thank you very much, Fred.
And thank you for having me.
What is this about?
Wow, thank you for the opportunity. And I never use caution. I'm very careful. The choice of words.
That's a strong word, eh?
That's a strong word.
Okay.
Maybe if you say advice,
right,
that would be more like it, but not caution. Actually, as the party gears itself in readiness to elect the presidential candidates to lead us into 2016, listening to the airwaves and the various newspaper headlines, there seems to be some unhealthy statements that's not augur well for party cohesion.
Okay.
And so this is a humble advice to all of us, myself inclusive, to be my word is circumspect in the way we interact with ourselves.
One would think the NPP has learnt its lessons.
Well, from what's going on now, I don't think so. I don't think that we have. We have not. And I shudder to say this, that like I stated in the press statement, the Titanic was one of the most expensive and the well-endowed ocean liner in its time.
Okay.
It was not sunk because there was an enemy missile on it. It was sunk because it was veered into an iceberg. I am seeing non-effective communication as an iceberg, where it is only the tip that you see. The huge mass of it and the impact of not being circumspect in communication is actually beneath the surface that you see. And its effect might not augur well for us going into 2016.
But let's get into why you think that the NPP has not learnt its lessons so far.
Yes. Look, this is a party that I am proud to be part of this tradition. We have had 57 years of independence. Our tradition was the first political party to be set, political movement to be set in Ghana, our tradition, right from the UGCC. Now, from 1947 that the UGCC was formed up to today, there have been about 12 elections in this country. We have had the opportunity to win 3 out of these 12 elections. Okay, so and we have taken part in all the 12 elections. Okay. All the 12 elections, we've taken part of them. In fact, we are the only political party that seems to have taken part in all the elections that have been held in this country. We've won 3. And so, if you look at the mathematics, it doesn't seem as if we learning so much from the past in order to go into the future.
I was asking because, I mean, I felt that the party may have learnt its lesson because we haven't heard any back and forth on radio or on TV or anything as such. But then again, we look at a party where it's going to look for a new director of communication. I mean, whether it's going to be the incumbent or a new one, it's a good step, isn't it?
It is a good step. All I'm saying is that there are major stakeholders in the party who are lobbying for their preferred candidate to lead the party in 2016. This is a democratic party. We should not stampede anybody. We should not stop anybody. Let's concentrate on the communication from all of us, myself inclusive, where we look at the bigger picture of 2016 rather than ourselves. We seem to be too eager to turn the guns on ourselves than on the ruling party that is doing so abysmal. We seem to be jostling with so much venom when it comes to internal elections. Let's hold our guns on ourselves. Let's respect each other's view and each other's preferred choice, and let's not run ourselves down. This is
what's going on?
Well, I picked some few signals over the last 2 weeks, and it is not healthy. I don't want to be mentioning or to be repeating unhealthy things, but whatever it is that we know what is out there. We know what we've put out there. All I'm seeking, and majority of people who call and talk to you and when you interact with the rank and file of the party, is that people are not so comfortable with the manner in which we seem to be interacting with ourselves, especially when it comes to various blocks within the party who wants to support one candidate or the other. For me, every one of us who think that he has what it takes to lead a party, it's just that we should all wait until the delegate decides. We should speak about how or what we can do to help the party win 2016 election. Running down other candidates or stampeding other candidates from contesting is a sure way of disintegrating the party that is not going to help us to win the 2016 election. The 2016 election is there for us for the taking.
Let me get this right. Now, some of those at the helm of affairs are putting down some delegates.
Putting down delegates?
I mean,
what does it mean?
Choosing your words. I mean, some of those at the helm of affairs at within the NPP are stampeding on efforts of some of their delegates. Is that what you're telling us?
No.
Okay, so what are you saying then?
We're going to Congress to elect a leader to take us into 2016 election. Now, as we take that path, people have their interest and want this person or that person to lead. Whilst we are at it, let us look at the strength of our own candidate, our preferred candidate.
Well, I was asking because you said you had picked up some signals.
You have picked signals on the radio, on the TV, on newspapers. The same that I'm not talking about any clandestine signals I've picked. I'm talking about statement that is already in the public domain that is not going to augur well for us if we don't change. We need to be circumspect and know that whatever statement we make today has its repercussion to our quest to win 2016 election.
In being circumspect with whatever you say to us, the media, what role should the Director of Communication play in this regard?
Well, I'm not a director of communication. I think that if it is communication, we should always come out firstly to, if the statement is not going to help the party, we should be quick in either distancing ourselves from or having a way to correct any misinterpretation that is likely to be put on. Because we live in an environment where people are so gullible to take statements and spin it to suit their own political lens.
Right.
So yes, we have to be quick in either giving statement that would help to advance the cause of the party, or distance ourselves from the statements that are made by people, and let's not create the impression that it's a free-for-all, anybody can run down anybody and get away with it. I think it's not good enough for us.
We'll leave our conversation here. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity given me.
Fred Amankwa is with the NPP. Now,